Hey, this is Bond Diesel, and I am bringing you another Intel Insights. This week we have the Survivor Diary. This is about someone who turns to a group of people and things deteriorate. So, I'll leave you with that. We'll listen, I'll talk a little bit, update a few things, and we will go from there.
Hey bro, it's me. Sorry I couldn't pick up. I was hanging out with that girl I told you about. Vanessa. And yes, when I say hanging out, I mean exactly what you think. That's all you get. A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. Anyway, thought I'd check in, see how my nephews are doing. Mom keeps leaving voice messages asking me when I'm coming home for the weekend. Can you please explain to her that busy college students have to spend weekends studying? She might actually buy it, coming from you. Gotta run to class. Call me back. Later. Hey, Dano, it's me. I know, but things got a little hectic. My social essay took longer than expected, and then Vanessa got sick, and, you know, I wanted to bring her chicken soup, stream Gosling movies with her and stuff, be the doting boyfriend. You gotta get into the city and meet her sometime soon, man. But not this week. She's still sick as a dog, and this thing seems to be going around. Wouldn't want you taking a bug home to the boys. Anyway, tell Mom I'm sorry, and I promise to get out to PA for the holidays, okay? You're the best. Later. Hey, Danny, it's me. You probably heard about what's going on. They're still saying flu, but I don't know. I took Vanessa into the ER again last night. It was bad. She had a fever of 103. She was hallucinating and, well, yeah. They kept her in this time. I'm not family, so they won't tell me anything. I don't think they know anything anyway. I'm still fine. Make sure you tell Mom. But it's getting weird. So many people are getting sick, the hospitals can't handle it. And they're setting up clinics in the parks and shit. It's fucked up. I'll try you later. Hey, big brother. It's Joel. Vanessa died. That's gotta be the most fucked up thing I ever said. A month ago, we were sexting in Comp Lit this morning. They wouldn't let me see her. I told them her family's in Hong Kong. They know the airports are shut down. Jesus, this all happened so fast. I don't know where she is, Danny. I don't know what they did with her. University canceled classes. Bridges, tunnels, everything's closed. I'm stuck here. Tell Mom I'm fine. I'm not, but I'm not sick at least. Call me, please. Danny, got your voicemail. Cell service is hit and miss these days. Like everything. Power comes and goes. You don't find a place to sleep before dark, nobody lets you in. Too afraid you're bringing a disease with you. Those nights, I end up in a hallway somewhere. Or sleeping in an alley under a cardboard box, like some kind of bum. It's fucking cold in this city, you know? Like, I knew it was, but when you can't get away from it, you realize it is a lot colder than you think. Nobody's got spare food. I'm running out of ramen. Don't know what I'm gonna do when that happens. Mom's gonna be fine, Dano. Yeah, I'm sure it's something else. It's Joel. Don't know if these things are getting through. Tell Mom I love her. Tell her I'll be home soon. Dress it up however you have to. Just make sure she believes it. I don't want her lying there thinking. I'm hungry, Dan. Jesus, I'm hungry. I eat a fucking pigeon raw if I could catch one. The Sarah people were handing out MREs, but they didn't have enough, and people started getting rough. I didn't, but I can't blame them. Hunger, it gnaws at you, like your brain's eating itself from the inside out. I lied. I got rough, but I got something to eat. You don't need to call me back. Got your message. Thanks. I'm glad it was quick, I guess. I wish I could have seen her before. Dan, today I saw these guys on the street, standing around this old man. They wanted his suitcase. They didn't know what was in it, but they wanted it anyway. And he didn't want to give it up. So they knocked him down and started kicking him hard till he passed out. Danny, I was one of them. Get out of town. All right, put the boys in the car, go to the lake, and take Dad's shotgun. The three of you can live there for months. Do it, Danny, before it's too late. Dan, you stopped leaving messages. Why'd you stop leaving messages, Dan? I have news. Tons of things to tell you. I'm doing better. Found some folks to hang with. The right crowd. Strength in numbers. We take what we want, who we want, when we want. We eat every single day. Darwin, man. These are my people. We're gonna survive. You're never gonna hear this. It's gonna live on an NSA server somewhere in Nevada, like the nuclear waste they bury in the desert with the cockroaches nothing can kill. Soon we'll all be gone. The cockroaches will rule the earth. Good fucking riddance.
So this is a really fun one. Fun. Probably not fun is the best way to describe it, but I like this one because it's a really good example of the full story arc. I think it's one of the more interesting ones that isn't directly related to the Division or the Shade agents and things like that. It shows someone going from being this college student who sounds like he's about 40, but regardless, talking school, talking girls, and then you get that, same story you've heard in other intel of, yeah, she got kind of sick, but she's fine, and, well, you gotta meet her, and then it's, yeah, I took her to the hospital, but I'm sure she'll be okay, and then it's, she's dead. And then it's, I'm hungry. And then it's, I'm doing bad things. And then it ends with what I interpret as the origin story of a rioter. So I've heard the rioters described by some other people as street thugs, gangsters, all this stuff. And while I'm sure they probably are or were, not all of them, right? It's pretty clear that even probably a majority of the rioters, quote unquote, that we're fighting against are probably people just like Dan's brother here. And it's Joel. I always forget his name. And things start off normal. Something awful happens to him. He can't get out. He can't get supplies. And he does what he has to do. I think there's some parallels between him and his journey, and even people like Keener, or people like Pharaoh. Even Bliss, in a way, he's probably the most opportunistic of all of them. Pharaoh, in a twisted way, has probably the most pure intentions, coming from, again, another tragedy in his own life. Barrett, just seems like she's mad, so Joel's story is really interesting to me, and I think it's I almost wish there was a little more personality given to the rioters. I wish there was a face to the rioters, because if anything, of all the factions, they're the ones that we should be able to connect with the most, because we very well likely may be them in this kind of a situation. The other point I wanted to make and talk about is that he was in, according to his first voicemail, extremely close contact with someone who got the virus and died of it. But he didn't get it, and he didn't die, despite being around her and taking care of her when she was sick. So I don't know if this is a hint to someone else. Now, he didn't get it and then get better, as some other people did, like the girl in the West Side Piers. But I still think it's interesting that this is a specific story about someone who should have gotten it and didn't for some reason. But I'll let you, I'll leave that to your imagination, what you think that means. The last thing I'll talk about, if you haven't heard yet, I did get invited to the Star Player program, and I will be going to E3 to see the Division 2 announced. And I am more excited than I can even begin to express. I know these videos only get like 20-30 views, but every single person who listens to them, I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to keep pumping out content, whether people listen to it or not. Maybe one day in the future, when the Division 2 comes out, people will want to come back and learn more about the beginning. I probably will. I'll skip me talking because I don't want to hear that anymore. But I really do appreciate everyone who watches these videos. It's just another piece of the puzzle, and I really appreciate it. So I can't wait to bring you guys. I do plan on bringing you guys YouTube content, some vlogs. I'm gonna try to do some interviews while I'm down there, and we'll go from there. So I won't drag this on any longer. Thank you very much for listening. The podcast will be posted on Thursday or Friday. I have another video I'm going to work on right after this, and we will be back with another Intel Insights next week. Have a good one. This is Bond Diesel.